these qualities that I wanted to convey in the Taker. I wanted it to have a magical, off-kilter feel. And it is in the Taker. And the magicalness gets stronger and stronger in subsequent books as you're exposed more to this magical world. It's a dark magic, and it has its own rules. And no one's there to explain the rules to you. Unlike, you know, some books that maybe use more standard, what you might call horror tropes, like vampires and werewolves, where you know the rules of the world that you're stepping into. You know, like with vampires, you know, if you wear the garlic and you don't invite them in, you're going to be safe. You know, and so you don't have to worry quite so much. But this is a world where the rules are not told to you up front, and you, like the heroine, has to discover them as the book unfolds. And there's a lot of danger in this world, but it also has its own delights. So I've told you a lot about the magical world of it. Now I'll tell you about the unmagical world of it. It's the story of a young woman's journey from child to adult. And she goes from being naive to very worldly in all its forms. And she learns that she has to accept responsibility for the selfish things she's done, and she has to make amends for those. The story is at the simplest level, it's about a young girl, her name is Lenore, and she's born in the actually the end of the 1700s. Most of the story takes place in the early 1800s, in a very remote village in the northernmost tip of Maine. Very remote. And she has the misfortune to fall in love with a boy named Jonathan. And all of us have a Jonathan in our lives. Jonathan is just the golden child. He's the eldest son of the family that owns the business that really supports the entire town. So everyone in town is beholden to his family in one way or another. But besides that, he has just this preternatural beauty. Just this otherworldly beauty to him. And that combination is a rather deadly combination for the girls and the women in the town. So Lenore is a smart girl, and she realizes if she gives her heart to Jonathan, she will know nothing but heartache, but she cannot help herself, and she does. And for that, she does end up being punished. She's banished from the town. I won't tell you why. She's banished from the town, and she's sent down to Boston, and she decides, being a headstrong girl, she is going to run away from the fate her family has prepared for her. And she meets a man who has otherworldly powers, very mysterious man. One of these powers is to grant immortal life, but there's a catch to it. It's not like being a vampire. It's done via an elixir, and we talk about where all this comes from. He considers himself an alchemist. He's developed the elixir of life. Not the one in Harry Potter, a different one. The catch is that whoever is given the elixir is bound forever to the person who has given them the elixir, given them the drink. And immediately Lenore sees her possibility here. She wants Jonathan to be with her forever. There's this elixir. She can bind him to ever, and she decides, without understanding the magic, it's a little bit shades of the Sorcerer's Apprentice here, that she's going to steal fire from the gods. She is going to bind Jonathan to her forever, which she does. And then she finds out what a terrible, terrible thing she's done. And she has just condemned them both to an eternity of hellfire. And it's up to her to free them. And that takes us up to the end of the Taker. Well, I hope I've made this book sound vaguely interesting to you. The thing I'll tell you about it, I'll brag a little, right? Because this is my 15 minutes. It's the characters in it are very rich and complex. They are not archetypes of good and evil and that sort of thing. And even though I've described the story to you in what I think are kind of simplistic terms, what's at the heart of the story is not simple. It will not hit you over the head. One of the things that I get a lot of satisfaction from is people tell me that the book just haunts them. They read it and they cannot stop thinking about the characters. It just haunts them for days. And they can't pick up another book. And they... anyway, so hopefully, like a fairy tale, if you read the book, you'll feel the truth of the story come through to you. Like I said, it was a book list, top 10 debut novel of 2011. The second book is coming out in 1 month. I'll show you the mock-up. Isn't that a cover? I love this cover. The Reckoning, it's coming out in 1 month. already it's getting some great reviews. It's been top pick for a couple literary magazines and that sort of thing. And the only other thing I'll say is, for the release, I'm giving away a Nook tablet. If you want, go to my website. It'll lead you to how you can enter for the contest. I really would like everybody here to go to my website and enter for the contest. I want to give it a good send-off. Okay, now, how much time do I have?
Give your website.
Oh yes, it's my name, sorry. Thank you, Kim. www.almakatsu.com. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, how much time do I have left? 8 minutes? Okay, so I think we should try for questions, because everyone can read, right?